prostitution and extreme poverty in Manila. Because of the secretive nature of prostitution and sex trafficking, it is very difficult to gain accurate statistics. But conservative estimates say the number of women and children working in a Filipino sex trade is around 800,000 people. That makes the number of prostituted persons in the Philippines roughly the same size as the country's entire manufacturing workplace. Recent statistics show that out of a shocking 1.2 million children trafficked into slavery worldwide, 100,000 are Filipinos. That means 1 of the 10 children who are sold into the slavery are from Philippines. That's 1 Filipino child every 12 minutes. These children are often required to work 20 hours a day and forced to serve as many as 100 customers each week. Even as a relatively small country, Philippines is the 4th in the world for the most children in prostitution. As a capital city, Manila is where the largest amount of children are being traded. Some of them are as young as 5 years old. In 2016, UNICFA identified the Philippines as the epicenter of a live stream sexual abuse trade, which means that 80% of Filipino children are at risk of being sexually exploited. Some victims are as young as 2 months old. The Philippines is the top global source for child pornography. The brutal exploitation of a treasured humanity is a daily emergency. So why prostitution is so popular there? There are multiple reasons. Some are the children of prostitutes and have never known any better. Some were sold at young age by their parents, aunts, uncles, or neighbors. And many are told that life in Manila will offer the chance to be freed from the desperation of poverty in their home provinces. They hope to be able to send money to their families, but upon arrival to Manila are often trapped with no money and no visible choice but to accept work in a brothel. For some, the lifetime of extreme poverty and abuse makes the sex trade look glamorous and not as slavery that it is. Poverty is more than just a lack of money. It is a cycle of bondage that robs its victims of hope and leads to the belief that they don't have anything to lose. In those cases, survival becomes all that matters. As a result, there are high levels of street crime and robbery, sometimes involving weapons and firearms. Be vigilant when traveling on public transport and avoid displaying cash or jewelry. Armed hold-ups on buses can happen, particularly in Manila and other larger cities. I've personally been robbed on the street while there was no people around. A guy on a bike has spotted me from afar and grabbed the phone out of my hands with all photos and videos from Australia that I have filmed and edited for my YouTube channel. Also all content from last trip. But lesson learned, just be always aware of your surroundings and only take your phone out for a short time when needed. Now let's talk about sex tourism in the Philippines. It's clearly a legal business and brings to light lots of suffering and poverty. It offers many people who work directly and indirectly a perspective and something to eat on a table. I have spoken with several prostitutes in Manila who came here to work in the clubs from the surrounding districts, that if they will not find a client for the night, they will have to spend the rest of the night and sleep on the streets. Many of them asking to buy them food and are single moms. So a regular income, a regular health check and accommodation can be a luxury in the Philippines. As an employee in a bar, this is standard. Clearly, it's morally reprehensible and illegal. But for many women, it is an easy way out of poverty and lack of money. And nothing is easy in the Philippines, especially finding a job. Many older white men are coming to Manila for a sex tourism. They are the main clients of the bars and can take few or even 10 girls to the hotel room after a couple of drinks. Many of them clearly have mental problems and considered to be so-called white trash in their own countries. I saw an old man in a hotel screaming at a young girl because she was 30 minutes late. Most of the girls I spoke to were really sweet and genuinely friendly. And it completely broke my stereotype of what a typical prostitute shall look like. It is very sad to see the dark side of Philippines, including homeless children just behind the doors of the red light district bars, or street vendors trying to make a little bit of money to survive another dark and hopeless day without an aim. What do you think about the situation in the Philippines? Please share in comments, and I'm gonna see you soon.
I tried so hard and got so doesn't even matter.